So children, from understanding the balance sheet, now we proceed to draft a balance sheet, the coining or the preparation of balance sheet. Before we start making the balance sheet, children, we need to know these important features of balance sheet or the characteristics of the balance sheet. The first feature of balance sheet says that it is part of the final accounts. Yes, I had told you there are two parts of final accounts: the income statement that finds out, that calculates the gross profit and the net profit, that we have learnt with the trading account and the profit and loss account. And the second stage is the position statement, that is depicting of the possessions and the liabilities of the business. So this is called the balance sheet. So it is a very important part of the final accounts. This is the reason that the balance sheet, that the profit and loss account and the balance sheet are together called the final accounts. They are together called the final accounts. However, the balance sheet is the statement and not an account. A very important line here, that balance sheet is a statement and not an account. It is not an account. So there is no debit and credit side in the balance sheet. So I told you all the accounts, whether trading account, profit and loss account, personal account, real account, nominal account, any type of account, it will always have two sides, one called the debit and the other called the credit. The left hand side arbitrarily is the debit side and the right hand side is the credit side for all nature and all types of accounts. But a balance sheet, though it has two sides, but one side is called the asset side and the the left hand side is called the liability side. So that is why it is a statement and it is not an account. There is no calculation. See, the balancing figure of the trading account is called the gross profit or gross loss. Similarly, there is a balancing figure for the profit and loss account, that is either the net profit or the net loss. But for balance sheet, there is never a balancing figure. Why? Because both the sides are equal. The total of the left hand side and the total of the right hand side will always tally. If it does not tally, means there is some error somewhere in the preparation. So the total, that is why it is a statement. It just depicts, it does not calculate anything. Next, the second important feature of balance sheet. The balance sheet is a summary of personal and real accounts. Summary of all the personal and real account. I have underlined it here. Summary of personal and real accounts which are still open and have been not have been closed to transfer to the trading and profit and loss account. The debit balance of the personal and real account. Debit balances of all the personal and real accounts are put on the right hand side, and the right hand side, that is called the asset side. I told you the right hand side of the balance sheet is called the asset side, whereas the credit balances of all the accounts are put on the left hand side, that is called the liability side. The total of both the sides of balance sheet must always be equal. And then, very important thing, balance sheet is prepared on a particular date and not for a year. Therefore, if you remember, we had done the profit and loss account. See, everywhere in the trading account, it is profit and loss account. We write for the year ending. If we make trading account, we had made trading account before this. See, trading account also is for the period for 1st April to 14th. It is also for the year ended or for the period. But the balance sheet, when you see the balance sheet is always, this is the heading of balance sheet as at, because it is on that date, 31st of March. So any of these are the assets and these are the liabilities. Any one liability is paid, the balance sheet will change. Any one asset is acquired or it is sold, the balance sheet will change. On this date, the balance sheet is this. So it is just a depiction. It is no calculation. That is why it is called a statement, and the presentation is always as at. It is prepared for on a particular date and not for a particular period. Next important thing. Now next we come to another important thing about balance sheet, that is grouping and marshalling of assets and liabilities. Grouping, children, there are two important terms that you can see here, grouping and marshalling. What is grouping? Grouping means putting them together, arranging all the assets and liabilities in groups of similar nature. So groups of similar nature, we pick up all the assets and put them together, pick up all the liabilities and put them together. So thus we are forming group. The term grouping means showing the items of similar nature under common heading. We are preparing common heading. There are current assets, there are tangible assets, there are non-tangible assets, there are non-current assets, current liabilities, non-current liabilities. So we are grouping them, arranging them and putting them in under one common head. That is called the grouping. Next is marshalling. Marshalling means in arranging them in an order. There are two ways to marshal. It can either be in the order of liquidity or it can be in the order of permanence. Now what is this term liquidity? Liquidity means liquid assets, children. Liquidity means the ability of the business to pay its current assets out of current liabilities. Pay its current liabilities out of its current assets. That is called the liquidity. So how fast, how soon can the assets be converted into cash? That is called the liquidity. According to this method, an asset which is most easily convertible into cash, that is cash in hand, are written first. So we begin. This is the order of liquidity. Current assets are written in top. Then the current assets means right from my pocket. Convertibility into cash is called the liquidity. Most liquid assets on the top and the least liquid assets at the bottom. This is the order of liquidity. So if we go in the order of liquidity, the less liquid assets are written at the bottom and the most liquid assets are written on the top. And same goes with liabilities. Those liabilities that have to be paid the earliest, they are given a very short duration to be paid. What are liabilities? Means those amounts that are due to be paid, that we are liable to pay, that are outstanding to be cleared. Those are called liabilities. So those liabilities that have to be paid very soon at a very short notice, they are written on the top. They are called current liabilities. And all the liabilities that have to be paid within 1 year are called current liabilities. So current liabilities in the order of liquidity will be placed on the top, followed by non-current liability, followed by reserves, followed by capital. So 4 things in liabilities. The order of arrangement in order of liquidity will be first the current liabilities, then the non-current liabilities, then reserves, and then capital. And for the assets, current assets, then the long-term investments, and then the non-current assets. And in the non-current assets, last is the goodwill. It is always like that. Goodwill is the least convertible asset into cash. The least liquid asset is goodwill, and the most liquid asset is the cash that is lying right in my pocket. This is called the most liquid assets. Now the next thing I have explained to you, these are the types of assets. I have explained to classification of assets. Non-current assets means all those assets which are acquired for continuous use and last for many years. They are called such as land and building, plant and machinery, motor vehicle, furniture. That means they have been acquired and they will be used for quite some time. These assets are called the non-current assets. And what are current assets? Current assets means those assets that have to be converted or that can be easily converted into cash within 1 year and the date of balance sheet, within 1 year of the date of balance sheet, and have to be paid. In the words of Howard and Upton, The current assets are usually defined as those assets which are convertible into cash through the normal course of business within a short time, ordinarily 1 year. So they are convertible into cash within 1 year. So all those assets that can be sold and converted into cash within 1 year are called current assets, and those assets which take time to be converted into cash, they are called non-current assets, or those assets which are not acquired with the intention of very quickly converting them into cash. You are buying a car, you are buying furniture. Unless you are dealing in furniture, you are a furniture vendor, you will not aim to sell furniture in cash. So then the furniture will be non-current for you. Unless you are a car seller, you will not aim at selling the car, then that is asset for you. So non-current assets means those assets that are possessed or acquired with no intention or least intention of converting them into cash. They are called non-current assets. Then comes a new term, liquid assets. Liquid assets means out of the current assets means that can be converted into cash within 1 year. These are current assets. But out of the current assets, those assets which can be immediately converted into cash, they are called liquid assets. Like in short-term investments, debtors, the accrued income, etc. The cash, the bill receivable, very short time, maybe 1 month immediately, or maybe few days immediately, or 1 month. We do not wait for 6 months or 10 months. Current assets means 1 year. So liquid assets means either immediately or at a very short notice you can convert them into cash. They are called liquid assets. Then fictitious or nominal assets. Fictitious assets means those assets which are not actually the assets. These are the assets which cannot be realized in cash, or no further benefit can be derived from these assets. Such assets are called the debit assets or debit balance of P&L account, or fictitious assets or nominal assets like debit balance of P&L account. So debit balance of P&L account means it is written on the asset side, but we cannot convert into cash. We cannot sell the P&L account and get the cash. Advertisement expenditure. So such expenditures which we have done, it will give benefit, it will yield profits to us, but not exactly, not really, not readily. So these assets are called fictitious or nominal assets. Next comes wasting assets. Wasting assets means those assets which are exhausted or they are consumed over a period of time, such as mines and oil wells. They get consumed, their content gets depleted over a period of time. That is called wasting asset. Their value reduces through as they are worked. These are also called patents, and the properties taken on lease for a definite period of time, that are called wasting assets. Then there are tangible and intangible assets. Tangible assets means those assets that have physical value. They can be touched, felt, seen. I know this is a table. Table has a physical existence. It's an asset. But goodwill, why is goodwill an asset? I cannot see goodwill. I cannot buy goodwill. I cannot sell goodwill. Then how is it an asset? Because it is helping us to generate profits, earn profits, enhance profits. Therefore, it's an asset. So all those things, all those assets which are helping us to generate profit but cannot be seen, do not have a physical existence, they are called intangible assets. Tangible assets and intangible assets. Those assets that can be seen, those assets that cannot be seen are intangible assets. Then there is distinction between tangible and intangible. Physical existence, tangible assets have physical existence, intangibles do not. Non-current versus current. These assets can be non-current or current assets, and intangible assets cannot be current assets. They cannot be realized in cash very soon. They take long. Intangible, they are intangible. They rather cannot be very easily sold into cash. Can goodwill be sold into cash? It cannot be converted in cash. So they are intangible assets. Depreciation or amortization. On the tangible assets, depreciation is charged, and on the intangible assets, depreciation in the charge that is deducted or it is calculated is called amortization. It is not called depreciation. Then acceptance as security. The lenders accept these as security for providing loan. But I can pledge my car to get a loan. I can pledge my house to get a loan. I cannot pledge my reputation to get a loan. My goodwill cannot be pledged to get a loan. So intangible assets cannot be mortgaged or cannot be accepted as security. Risk of loss due to fire. In the tangible assets may be lost due to fire, pilferage or theft, but intangible assets cannot be stolen, cannot be destroyed, cannot be lost because of theft, fire or any other forgery. So these are tangible and intangible assets. Similarly, now we have liabilities.